Well, PlayStation's humming in the background. Killing the boredom really. Review Rant Randoms. That's what it's about. I honestly think I've got about 6 ones to do in a row here, so let's get cracking here. With Twister, it's upside down. With Twister on the side. With Twister the wrong way around. There we go. Couldn't have done that again if I tried. So yeah, Twister, I'm just having a look. I do have this on VHS. I'm sure I have it on a big box. VHS is everywhere. I picked this up on 5:30. Wanted this for a while. It's very interesting as well because it has an audio commentary as well by Jan Jabut, who only ever done 5 films. He's a great DP. I worked on a lot of movies from back in the day. Came along. His first film was Speed. Completely nailed it out of the park. So this came along just after Speed and from the producers of Jurassic Park. And it was ambitious for the time as well. Obviously this is like really right, we can now do CGI. Because a lot of disaster films like an earthquake, yes, you can split the ground up and down and all that kind of stuff. Or you can simulate the Titanic sinking with stop animation and models. Or the entire Inferno, you know what I mean. But how do you do a tornado in stop motion or visual effects? It was the right time. Obviously Jurassic Park broke a lot of ground, and I mean, obviously the front cover just looks awesome. Now there's a film as well, Night of the Twisters. I'd actually seen that, thinking it was Twister back in the day, and I've never seen Night of the Twister again, even though a lot of people have fond memories of Night of the Twister with Devon Sawyer. Anyway, starts off Universal, Warner Brothers, big collaboration. I even think Steven Spielberg's got his name on this, you know. Yeah, executive producer Steven Spielberg. But yeah, so basically Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt. Helen Hunt got a really breakout role for Helen Hunt as well. She was in stuff like Traces and stuff before, but this really, you know, it was two big actors, but none of the names were above anything. It was just like Twister as the movie. So the story is basically the guy, the extreme, is trying to track down his wife to make her his ex-wife. So he brings his new girlfriend, fiance along, and he's trying to track down the storm chasers. And basically the storm chasers are going around and they're trying to make advanced warning systems for hurricanes, or tornadoes, hurricanes, yeah, well, tornado. So anyway, film starts with a very bleak ending. It almost mimics a little tribute to Wizard of Oz, really. I always wonder why the guy kept holding on the door, but that's a different story. Movie's very heavy on the special effects straight away, with the logo coming up in Twister, even though that Twister, that classic twisty font, is very big and boldy when it comes up. So fast forward years later, now in F5, I'm not talking Brock Lesnar, basically took out this guy and left his daughter and to raise up without a father. And that daughter is obsessed with chasing down tornadoes and trying to make it safer for the whole world. Now it's tornado season, that is a real thing. And her, along with a crew, including that kid I've been mentioning from Employee of the Month and Batman Returns, he's in this. So it's Ferris Bueller's mate. He's in it. Philip C. Hoffman's in this as well. Keep on listening to Van Halen shine on as he keeps driving around in his buggy. And obviously the late great Bill Paxton as well, who's absolutely brilliant in this. So yeah, they go looking for the storms. He ends up, basically, he doesn't want to be the weatherman, and they have this thing called Dorothy, what they're trying to put in the path of a tornado for it to go up and, you know, basically get all the information they need to make advanced warning systems about weather forecasting. So the plot is pretty standardly strong. It's a really good plot, it's a good idea, it's new, it was original for the time, and it's a real thing. I mean, look at that gif, what everyone sees, and it's just the kid with like, he's got a strainy face and there's a tornado behind him, lunatic. But yeah, CGI is pretty good. There is a few where you go, oof. But yeah, the drama, the tense, it's a PG. The commentary on it was really interesting. It came with a documentary about what tornadoes and hurricanes and cyclones all are. So there's a lot of extra features packed into this, including the music video for Van Halen, Shine On, which you keep on hearing out throughout the film. It's a very weird score. It's very like, almost like a pirate theme score all the way through it, which is weird. I don't know, sometimes the score to me personally doesn't work with the film. or then it does and then it's not. Kerry Lewis, can never pronounce his name, from Saw and Robin Hood, Prince in Tights, or Men in Tights, that's the one. It's really good as that snobby, ooh, I'm going to do it better. That really works. There's a couple of scenes in trailers that are not on the film. Cows go flying as well, which is quite funny, but I guess it does happen, do you know what I mean? It's grounded, special effects, aged well. The Shining's in it, you know, everyone's watching The Shining, which is pretty cool to see The Shining on the drive-by theatre, drive-in theatre, it's the one. Wow, you know, you see that and that's pretty cool as well. Yeah, so I enjoyed it again, revisited it again, aged okay on Blu-ray. Some funny bits in it. There's a lot of scale and there's a lot of scope. The director pretty much fell off the radar not long after. He only ever did, like, I think his last film was what was he? I look fucking ill today, like. Just this blue light, cosmic blue light. Fucking window cleans outside, I've just seen him. Anyway, Cradle of Life. What else did he do? The Haunting. I'm sure it's the 5th one as well. But no, it's good. Nice effects, a little bit far-fetched in places, but yeah, for the time it was, and the disaster movies. I mean, this is, you got to give this one a little bit of credit as well, because of that did so well. We then got stuff like Armageddon, Deep Impact, the realization that, right, okay, as I said before, it's no longer breaking the ground up and making an earthquake. We can actually drop a fucking meteorite on the fucking planet. We can send Bruce Willis into space to fight a meteorite. I'm sure Dante's Peak was the year after this, or the year before. So we had Dante's Peak, which I really love. I think Dante's Peak, it's a little bit over the top, but again, it's using that CGI. Then we had Volcano the same year. We had Daylight not long after. Daylight was pretty good because it was more practical, except for CGI effects in the water. But yeah, the Twister came along. It was a big budget movie, a big collaboration between two of Hollywood's biggest studios, as well as Spielberg in the middle. You know, coming off the back end of Speed and Jurassic Park, you just had to put that and it was going to sell the fucking movie anyway. But it just opened the door for a lot more disaster to happen to the world. Till they run out. Then Roland Emmerich came along, you know, like, again, Independence Day was around the same time, and you know, we've got people like blowing up the entire bloody continent, and then Roland Emmerich just went around, goes, right, after that failed Lizard film, we'll just go around, how can we destroy the world now, and landmarks. So that was it, you know, it showed that people want to see disaster and intense. But if you've never seen Twister, come on, it's one of the ones everyone's seen just by accident, I think. But yeah, it's aged well, some brilliant documentaries, and I'll see you in the outtakes. Nice tagline, that. The dark side of ninja, the dark side of nature. Yeah. Michael Crichton. So it's also like, you know, oh, it's produced by, well, it's written by the guy who did Michael Crichton. It's written by the guy who did Jurassic Park as well as Congo. Congo is another film from the same time. Still got that in VHS. I seen it recently. And fucking crazy apes at the end. There's that dog. Next door, I've definitely got a dog. Don't really know my new neighbours. I know recently there was a video. I don't know if it's out or coming out, or let's see where the fuck's the dog barking from. And yeah, definitely next door has a dog, so but yeah, I think that's it for Twister. I'm going to do one for Lost Soul. I started watching Double Impact last night. As I said, I don't run Double Impact, it was on Sky Movies. I was on Netflix, 1 and 2. Oh, found that. So yeah, it's me Double Impact. Full Metal Jacket I watched last night. Grey State, Robocop 2. But yeah, thanks for watching for now. Goodbye.